I know. This is supposed to be about the Carolina Hurricanes, but first let's go over to Pittsburgh. You do realize that you are the weakest team in the entire playoffs now, right? I mean, you could make the argument for Tampa Bay since they got swept after winning 62 games, but at least for them, they could actually use the excuse of being tired coming into the playoffs. You, on the other hand, are in the unfortunate situation where you got swept by a team that got swept by a team that got swept. If Boston ends up getting swept in the Stanley Cup Finals, I will officially brand you as the weakest team to make the playoffs in NHL history. Record doesn't matter. Results do. As your Stanley Cup championships in 2016 and 2017 prove, because you didn't win the division in either of those seasons. Goddamn pathetic assholes is what you guys are. Anyways, back to the Hurricanes. How the hell did you not score on any of your power plays? Like, seriously, how the hell can you even blame the rest for losing if you can't get one of those motherfucking penalties they give you to result into a goal? I know that Tuukka Rask is acting like a complete brick wall that'll stop at nothing, but seriously? You do realize that you have the shorthand advantage in those situations, and that it's far easier to score since there are less defenders trying to stop you from scoring, right? Better yet, I have an even better question. Since your power play can mostly be blamed on coaching in general, I have a question for Rod Brind'Amour. Why the hell did you start Peter Mrazek to start the series? I mean, seriously, Curtis McElhinney was coming off a series where he was red hot, and then you bench him. And I know that Mrazek is your typical starter, but when a goalie's hot in the playoffs, they're hot. You don't just rest on that information. Yet you did. Why? Either way, it doesn't matter that Rod Brind'Amour was part of that 2006 Stanley Cup champion. I'd put him on the hot seat. I wouldn't actually fire him, though, because what he's done for the Hurricanes is unbelievable. But at least show him that you're serious about this winning culture and those type of coaching changes. Put his job at risk. If you can do that to Brind'Amour, I'm sure that'll get his act together, and the Hurricanes right now are in a really good position to return to the conference finals. The only thing that I saw that was a severe weakness was their lack of special teams and odd coaching decisions. But I think that with enough time and experience, Brind'Amour will be able to translate that part of his coaching into playoff wins. And the special teams will come. If you need to, pull a trick out of the Nashville playbook and just get some power play quarterbacks. Because Lord knows the Predators need some. Jesus Christ. Anyways, have fun. Have fun. That's all I can say for you, Hurricanes. Because believe me when I say that this is exactly what your organization needed. Fun. And that storm surge that you did is exactly what that brought to the Hurricanes. You know, in 2006, it was just because it was a lockout and the dynamics of the league were drastically different, and Carolina hopped on that sumbitch like a freight train. As did Edmonton. But this is probably the best team you've assembled in your franchise history. Run with that. And Justin Williams, could you please stop taking penalties? Jesus Christ. They call you Mr. Game 7. I'm going to call you Mr. Game 3 with how many penalties you took. Fuck.